Habs lose 4-3 against the New York Rangers. Bye, Kitty. Yeah, I had to lure him a little bit, but yeah, okay, never mind. So, yeah, I know, you can't win them all. I know. It's how you lose, though. It's how you lose. And I have to go soon, so I'll have to be quick here. But even before getting to the game, Kid and Guli out 4 to 6 weeks. Horrible news. Dude gets injured so often. He's so good, so provides so much for the team, but just cannot stay healthy, and like obviously that weighs on him. So unfortunate. Kirbydak and Patrick Laine also out, but should be for a shorter period of time. So hopefully they come back soon. Although I did like how Villano played. Beck, he had played the night before. You can give him a pass, and they were playing, a very specific role, and I think they fulfilled, But the rest of the team, you want to see better. You want to see better from Montembeau, who allowed at least one goal that you want back, the one that was like pretty much from the blue line, no traffic in front, and just goes in. You want that back. You want Dobson and Caulfield to figure out who's taking freaking Artemi Panarin that they just left open. Or no, sorry, no, that was not Dobson. It was Matheson and Caulfield. Right? You want Slavkovsky not to give up the puck in the neutral zone or in the defensive zone or make things difficult most of the game. Like they were trying these pretty plays that have been working a lot, but they were not, and he kept trying to force them and like try something else. It's clearly not working. They're clearly reading into them. That's not what they're giving you. There is so little space in the NHL, but every team gives you some space. Like no defense is infallible. Is that a word? Okay, never mind. You know what I'm saying. Like every defense has a few holes. They can't cover every single thing in the ice, right? So if what you're trying to do is not working, why keep pushing it, right? So I was a little frustrated seeing that our power play obviously we did get one power play goal, which was a beauty from Demidov to Suzuki. So that was nice to see, but it was mostly Demidov doing Demidov things, So still our first unit out there has so little threat. They're not generating much. We keep the puck, we move it around. Everybody has a lot of talent to move the puck around, but like there's just no threat. Or at least that's how it feels, So hopefully they're working on that. And beautiful way to start the game with Caulfield moving the puck up, going around the defender, setting up Slav. He doesn't miss from there. He gets a goal. I'm obviously happy for Slav. I am a big supporter of him. And every time he gets a point, I'm very happy, because I want to see him get more points on the last 2 seasons, keep improving, keep showing that he has not plateaued, that he has kept improving as a player, because he has so much talent and so much physicality to give, right? So yeah, I am very happy anytime Slav gets a point, and last night was the case as well. Beautiful play by Caulfield, and then like 2 minutes after we get that Demidov pass to Suzuki, and yeah, we're winning 2-0, and there's a lot of game to go, but like we were dominating, and then sorry, I have something in my eye, and then we take a couple dumb penalties. I forget who was the first one. I think Bolduc took one. Maybe I'm confusing games. I don't know. I forget exactly who took the penalties, but we started taking penalties, and yeah, New York has a good power play. Kudos to Zibanejad for that snipe on the first goal. Like that felt very Patrick Laine-esque, and made me miss when Hudson would set up Laine like that, because we haven't seen a one-timer from Laine, or like he hasn't been putting them up, and like we saw it all during the preseason or like the off season even, that he was just practicing those one-timers all the time, and they were so good in practice, and yet somehow whenever he's in the power play, like he's not getting them off anymore. And it's not that they're covering him too much, you know, so frustrating for sure. Anyways, and then the other goal is, what was their second goal? Oh, I think it was also a power play goal. It goes off Miller, and like it bounces off of him. Not much you can do about it. But then the third goal, it was the one that Montembeault should have had for sure, although we did give him more space. And then the fourth goal, like Matheson and Caulfield did not communicate and just left, out of everyone that could have left open, Panarin, who was struggling to get a goal, and now he gets his first goal of the season. So obviously it's against the Habs. So yeah, frustrating game to watch. Because we had it. We could have won that so many times. We had the intensity to begin with, and we just kind of like let the foot off the gas and let them come back into the game. And yeah, they capitalized in their opportunities. We did get a few opportunities ourselves. It's a 1-goal game after all, but you kind of saw a little bit of regression. You kind of saw a little bit of the bad habits that you had seen in the previous seasons that you don't want to start creeping up again, you know? So it was a little bit disappointing in that regard because they have been playing so well, even against the teams, or even on all those games that we had to come back at the last second, you know? Like those were games that we were playing well, and our opponent has just gone unlucky with the bounces, you know, and like that's why we had to come back. But even though we had to come back, it wasn't like the comebacks we had last season where we didn't play well all game and then we would play well the last 10 minutes and come back, you know. And even though we won or sometimes lost in OT or whatever, but still got a point, it would be more of a feeling of, phew, we kind of got away with that, you know. Whereas the two comebacks that we have gotten this season have been more of a, I'm glad we got to come back because we were meant to win that game. We were playing so much better, and then we got unlucky, or we had like a defensive lapse, and then it went in, you know. So yeah, it's a different sensation. But last night, yeah, not so much. Yeah, like the first period was good for us. The second and third, until the last, I don't know, 10 minutes of the third period, maybe. I'm happy for Dobson. He gets his first goal as a Hab. Pretty nice shot he has. I'm sure many more will come, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, not much more I'm going to add. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it short, but frustrating to say the least. So Monday we have Buffalo, which started really slow but have gotten better. I think they just beat Ottawa out for a lot, and then they beat Florida for like a shutout against Florida, if I remember correctly. So they're not to be taken lightly. But we need to show, even if we end up losing or whatever, we need to show that we are playing a good game again, that we're playing the way we want these players, or like the Martins that we want them to play, and not let these bad habits start taking over again. So that's gonna be it for this one. I remember all the feedback, appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the kitty. Because we lost, no trivia tonight. I saved that for when we win, because there's only a limited amount of questions, so I'm not gonna go through all of them for every video. That way I keep it more 50-50. Hopefully more than 50-50 this season though. Anyways, and yeah, I'll see you after the game on Monday against the Buffalo Sabres. So go Habs go.